What's up, everybody? Jonathan back here today on KST Map, and it's been a little bit since we played this, so I thought I'd get back to it. Looks like we've got no logs ready to be hauled, so we got to get some more skidded up and processed, and that's why I'm in the skidder. Looks like we had let a couple of trees fall across the road here, so let's get this cleaned up. And then we'll probably cut out the rest of these trees right here in this area. Get some of this stuff cleaned up. Yeah, if you didn't check out my last video, go check it out. I did some heli logging, some helicopter logging with FDR's new, the forestry chopper, I guess. So y'all go check that out. I didn't get too many views on that video. I'm not sure why. If it was just, coming out on a Friday or what was going on there. But y'all go check out the video and give me a like if you like it. Yeah, see if we can winch these up. Looks like it's not going to work. I think well, I think one tree is still holding us up. I have no idea. Yeah, the trees in here are so dense. It's really hard to operate, really, because I mean, with these trees, the way the way giants have them, the physics is just, there's no give to them whatsoever. So it's hard to when you got a bunch of trees like that to get the trees to cooperate. So we still got a good ways to go to get it fully opened up so we can easily operate. We're getting there though. My frame rate's already better. We're still in the 30s, but it was probably a lot less whenever I first started in here because there's just so many trees. Oh, I'll tell you what, let's get these trees out of the way first, because that'll help this out a lot. Oh gosh, already messed up the first tree. Oh, come on. I'm trying to make sure to group them really good too, so that way I don't find any issues skidding them. I was just trying to see if there was a good way to block off an area, but I don't think so. But what I am going to do at some point is just take off from the landing straight out somewhere, and then we'll make us a little spot. Guess now is as good a time as any, huh? Let's see. I think I'm going to go this direction. So that looks to be, well, that's pretty well south though. Let's go back the other way. Let's go towards the, I guess on our map it'd be the west. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep my track straight and just reach out from each side and try to grab trees that are close. See, I'm trying not to move my tracks. And then we'll just make us a trail down through here. And of course, you gotta get them trees just right in there. And we've already messed up our tracks. Yeah, we're way off from where we were. We'll cut up to this other road and then turn back to the north probably. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe back to the south, we'll see. Because I'm trying to think of a good way to block out an area. So let's look again here. Oh yeah, well if I turn to the south, that'd be a pretty good block there to cut. That's a lot of trees. We'll keep going this direction, I guess, and turn back north, and then go up there a little ways and turn back and just block us off that area. opening up this road too will be a good place for us to, we can kind of work off of each side of it and come back with the skidder and not have any problems getting trees out. Let's see, I wonder if did I get off? I'm still pretty well straight. Guess I could come back to the left a little. Yeah, these trees, golly. I sure wish Giants would come up with a way to make these trees have some give to them where they're not like steel rods. Oh, good grief. Turn me completely around. My track's completely around. Yeah, I thought that was going to be a bit too far out. Gosh. I wonder if I can cut that stump. Yep. Yeah, it sure is nice whenever the trees are, below the surface of the. Well, I mean, when you're placing trees in Giants Editor, you can either choose to place them just when they just fall around the surface, kind of. Which I mean, they're still below. This part of it's still below the surface, but I mean, you can actually lower the trees just a little bit to where when you cut it, it doesn't leave a stump. That's what I'm talking about. Sure, it's nice when map makers do that. Okay, so I need to get back to the north, and I'm pretty well blocked off. And this isn't this. I guess this road isn't crucial that we've got it blocked because we don't use it right now anyway. Well, we'll just leave it there. Now let's find our skidder. And let's get some of these trees skidded up. All right. Let's see if we can get some of these trees processed and out of the way. Oh yeah, by the way, I was looking just on, I guess it was YouTube yesterday, and if you notice, this processor that FDR made is called Hyde, and if you're familiar with the Jekyll and Hyde story, the alternate to Hyde is Jekyll, and so it never even hit me that possibly there could be a Jekyll, but sure enough, he's got a processor that's all black that's called Jekyll. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna download it as soon as I can find it. Or I guess finding it's not the problem. Just gotta go to FDR's YouTube page and he'll have a link on there. But I guess looking for it's the finding time to look for it, I guess, is a big one for me. You know, I haven't mentioned this in quite a while, but for those of you that are new to the channel, those that have been around for a long time have probably heard me say this a few times, but I do have a degree in forestry. I went to Louisiana Tech University, graduated there in forestry, went out and worked in the timber industry for a little while as a forester for a small timber company. I decided that wasn't really for me. I mean, it was just the situation I was in, I guess. I mean, it wasn't really like a bad situation, but I just felt like it wasn't really for me at the time, so I went back to school and got another degree in something different. So, all right, turn loose. But yeah, so I do have a degree in forestry, which is why my interest in this game is the forestry part of it. But yeah, it was fun working in the timber industry for a little while. I mean, I had a lot of fun. The company I was working for gave me a Ford F-150 extended cab, you know, to use as the company truck. I could drive it anywhere I wanted to. They gave me a fuel man card. I could gas it up on them. I was driving so much that I was having to get an oil change about every month, I think. Because some of the job sites we had were 2 hours away, and you know, you had to drive out there every day, check on the crews, and make sure they weren't screwing something up. But I just kind of got tired of it. I mean, you know, it wasn't really fun. I mean, it was at times. It was kind of neat being around the equipment. Although the loggers, you know, whenever they were broke down, they weren't fun to be around. But some of them were pretty good guys. Some of them just like to complain a lot. Some of the smaller ones, they complained a lot because for them, you know, you had to be on good ground where they can move a lot of wood in a hurry. They wanted to get in and out as fast as possible so they can maximize their profits. And of course, a lot of the smaller ones, you know, the smaller crews, kind of maybe just starting out, don't really have it all ironed out yet, so they were kind of hard to work with sometimes. But ultimately, I decided to go back to school, and I got a degree in geographic information systems, which is computerized mapping. Kind of goes hand in hand with forestry. They use it a lot. And that's where I learned it, was when I was going to school for forestry. I took some GIS classes, but that's still part of what I do now, not entirely. Alright, do we have a load yet? That's about half a load. Alright, let's get some more trees skidded up. Well, in map making news, I have not had much of a chance lately to work on the Forbidden Forest. I hope to get back on it this week. I'm still planning on taking off. I was planning on taking off a week of the July 4th that week. It didn't work out, so I was planning on working on Forbidden Forest a good bit then, possibly even getting it close to being done, but that just didn't happen. Ended up having to work. But I am planning on taking off a week sometime pretty soon. So hopefully I can work on Forbidden Forest a good bit then. And then after Forbidden Forest, I do have an idea for a map that really has not been done yet in Farming Simulator. I don't think. It's possible it has, and I just have overlooked it. And that map should go really fast. So we'll see. We'll see. But got to get Forbidden Forest done first. And like I said, it's not terribly far from being done. It's, I've still got a lot of trees to place. I mean, this map's got way more trees than Dodson Logging had, or has. So just trying to get all the trees placed. And I still got a little bit of detailed work to do. If you watched any of the videos that I did on where I was working on it, you saw what I was doing over there around the lodge area in the state park area with all of the sidewalks and lamp posts and things like that. So it's a good bit of detail over there. But the main thing, which actually takes up a good bit of time, is just placing the trees. I almost wish that there was a script that would say, okay, if you have this particular area and give me, you know, these types of trees and such a density, you could set all of it up, and at such and such depth from the terrain. I mean, that'd be nice. But I don't think there's anything like that exists, a script, or at least that I've seen. I did see a script at one point where somebody had made, I can't find it again, but somebody was working on a map and they had a script where they could, you know, just randomly place trees around the map, but I don't know where I saw that. I can't remember. It was on YouTube somewhere. That's not going to work. And regroup, try again. Oh, and I messed it up. Golly. This skidder, I tell you what, the skidder's nice, but I don't know that the wheels. I think I mean, it's real to life. I mean, it's, you know, the collisions all the way out to the edge of the wheels, but it's kind of annoying sometimes. While I'm processing these trees, I do want to mention, if you haven't subscribed yet already, please hit that subscribe button to help me out. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can get my videos monetized again. And I made a pretty good push there for a while. I mean, I went from 300 and something maybe up to about 500 there pretty quick, and then it stalled out. So I'm not sure what really happened. If I don't know if I've reached the max or if people just aren't subscribing or what. But do help me out and hit that subscribe button. We've got a lot of great forestry gameplay content here, and I'm hoping soon to get back to some American Truck Simulator. Possibly, I'll probably wait till Oregon comes out though, and download that, and then we'll play some Oregon, because the Oregon, what they're planning on doing is, you know, forestry up there in Oregon's a big deal too. So they're planning on having everything from, like, it almost seems like you go out to the woods, pick up a load of logs, and then take it to the sawmill or something. Is what it almost sounds like. So that'd be kind of interesting to see that. And then from the sawmill, you could take something to like a paper mill. I mean, the whole process sounds like what they're doing. So that'd be fun. But yeah, you know, I've got the steering wheel and all that stuff, so I play American Truck Simulator. Now I don't have the shifter, because my steering wheel and pedals is only gas and brake. I don't have a clutch, so I can't truly play it, you know, like some guys do, with have that shifter with the Jake brake and all that stuff built on there. Can't really do that yet. I mean, I would like to. I'd like to get a nice steering wheel that has pedals with the clutch. I actually had a shifter at one point. I sold it. I had a Thrustmaster. What was it, a T8HA or something like that? I actually had one of those, and that's part of the reason why I bought it, was for American Truck Simulator. But you know, I just don't have the clutch on the pedals, and plus I'd have to spend another $100 on the shifter knob. I just don't have that kind of money right now. And along those same lines, if you would like to donate to NLA Gaming, you can do that by either becoming a Patreon supporter. I've got a Patreon page, or I've got a PayPal.me account where you can just do a one-time donation of any amount you choose. So if you would consider doing that, help me out. I am still trying to get over some congestion stuff I caught. Well, I guess it's probably mostly allergies. Although I never really had problems with allergies when I was a kid, but now that I'm getting older, I seem to be getting more and more of this stuff. About once or twice a year, I'll get all this sinus congestion stuff happening and have to go to the doctor and get some medication, take care of it. But it's just about gone. I've been taking the medicine now for, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. It's just about cleared out. And all these wires and cords are always in the way. Yeah, again, I really like this KST map. I like the density of the trees. Most map makers, when they were making, logging areas, forestry areas, whatever, you don't see quite as dense of trees. I mean, you really got to have a pretty decent computer to run this map. Which I've got a fairly decent one. I mean, it's not no super fancy $2,000 or $3,000 gaming machine, but it's just a nice Dell XPS 8300. I got a pretty decent graphics card in there. It's older, but I mean it's a TI, so it's pretty beefy, at least for then. I think it's the 970. That's what I've got. I really like to upgrade to something else, but I mean, by the time I spend a couple $100 on a graphics card, that's $200 I could have put towards a new computer. So probably what I'm going to be doing in the next year maybe is trying to build a computer. I've got a guy I work with. He's pretty computer savvy, and he's in IT, and he's built a lot of computers. And we were talking, and he thinks he can build me a pretty decent gaming computer for under $1,000. So maybe sometime in the next year or so I can work on that. Buy a little piece here, a little piece there. And then I'll take this computer I'm playing on now, and that'll be my video editing computer. Oh, come on. Yeah, we kind of messed up the pile there. Alright. I guess the best way, well, I'll just have to back the grapple off of that and readjust the pile. Let's get these wood pieces cleared up first, real quick. And I wasn't really sure what FDR had in mind whenever he was designing these things, but because it never even occurred to me that there was a machine just like this. This is actually a Tiger Cat machine. That's a forestry wood chipper kind of thing, where I mean you could just mow down anything you wanted to, just about. I had seen the wheeled versions of those, but not a track version. And I was looking on the YouTube one day and just happened to see a video that somebody had put up, or maybe it's even Tiger Cat did it, over the wood chipper thing. Not even sure. I'm not even sure what model number it is. I just know they have it. Okay. Kind of straighten that up a little bit. Alright, and let's see if we can get us a truck in here and get loaded up. And I'm going to see if I can angle my tracks to where I'm not trying to tip over. Let's see, we're doing the long logs. Well, I guess we can adjust, we'll adjust the trailer. If I remember how. Oh, it's with the mouse, I think. Yeah, there it is. Oh. Well, we might need course play, so I'll just leave that alone, I guess. Is that all we can do? Oh, you can adjust those too. Okay, yeah, so we can go. I don't know. Maybe we'll do something kind of like that. How's that? Kind of in the middle. There's a bunch of small ones. I don't like putting small ones on the bottom. Let's come down here and grab us some big ones. Let's see how that looks. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Now let's see if we can just spread them out a little bit. There we go. I like having a good solid base. I mean, I think that they've pretty well solved the whole, you know, the logs jumping out of the trailer thing, but oh, that's looking bad. These small logs drive me crazy sometimes. I just don't want to act right. Oh, now I can't grab anything. Oh, I got too much. Still got too much, but we'll make it work. I've tried to get away from grabbing such big grabs, but because they never want to work right. Well, somehow managed to pull that off. It's so hard working in third person with this machine. You would think it'd be easy. I mean, you know what to do, but you know how to manipulate everything you need to do, but just actually doing it from third person is tough. This is about, well, this and the processor, and of course the fellow bunch. Well, really all the track machines, I guess. Those are the only ones that I ever just about completely work in first person. Normally, when I drive, I'm in third person, but it's just so hard with those track machines. Oh, that's what happened. Okay, well, we'll fix him. There we go. Alright, now let's see what we got. And the load's not straight. Let's see if we can... Maybe we can straighten it up. And normally how I do that is I'll just see if I can get my grapple in there, and I'll kind of just grab a few and just kind of give it a little twist and then put it back down. Sometimes that'll help settle the logs in there. Or the more riskier thing to do is just to like close your grapple and then try to just, you know, rock it back and forth, and they'll settle in usually. And that looks pretty good. All right, let's get us one more grab in there, and we'll be ready to send that one to the sawmill, and that'll be just about the time we got for today. Yeah, that'll work. Yep, that'll work. All right, let's get the truck fired up. Let's go. This Caterpillar truck is nice, but it sure does. It's really too fast, and it stops too quick. So it's really kind of difficult to drive. But I do like the power and the speed, because you can really get a load there in a hurry. I did sell all this equipment that was down here by the crane, that tractor and front end loader and all that stuff. We don't need that. So I just went ahead and sold it all. Well, it looks like we're not going to have time to actually unload this and sell it, so I'm just going to kind of end the video here as we're traveling there to the sawmill. And yeah, so do hope you enjoyed the video this time. And make sure I turned off the traffic. I guess I did. Yeah, so hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that like button if you liked the video and want to see more of the KST map. And yeah, so hope you enjoyed. And thanks for watching. Until next time, this is Jonathan on KST Map. Y'all have a good one.